So this is PhantomElectricGhost, and we're talking about our latest expansive sound experiments. Peg talks up Moog DFAM, Drummer from Another Mother, and Mother 32 integration with the song The Other Side of the Do. So we've been a big devotee of analog synthesizers and generally hardware recording. We've been a big proponent of not using a digital audio workstation or a DAW. Our primary recording tool is the Zoom R24 digital recorder. It's a hardware recorder. Allows you to take quarter-inch lines in from your instruments. In addition, in order to capture some of our other digital synths, we have an MX1 performance mixer from Roland, which allows us to take in USB audio and then also take in 1/8 of an inch audio lines. So what we've got with these two hardware tools, the Zoom and the MX1, the ability to capture in real time in a jam band style fashion live recordings that are actually studio recordings in our bedroom studio. We've been very interested in what we can do with our Moog. And so we've been playing with the Moog Drummer from Another Mother and the Mother 32. In this particular song, The Other Side of the Do, we've got the VCA going into a Mini Brute 2S with the 6U rack brute Euro rack solution. We've got our tempo coming out of the Mother 32 going into the out of a Mini Brute 2S and using that to bring in that signal into we take a signal out of the Mini Brute and bring it into the tempo, which allows us to get a different tempo than what we'd normally get out of the Mother 32. In addition, we've got the sine CV of the Mother 32 going into the velocity in of the DFAM. What this allows us to do is when we play with the cutoff on the Mother 32 and we play with the cutoff on the Moog DFAM and the FM amount and other controls, we're able to significantly change the rhythmic nature of the song. So sometimes we get this interesting melody that's actually coming out of the DFAM, coming out of the Mini Brute 2S, and it's driving the melody on the Mother 32. This is you can see this or hear this in The Other Side of the Do, where near the end of the song you can hear this kind of these analog melodies coming in and out, and it's very interesting to use these synths in this way because you're like a sonic painter, and all the controls on the analog synths are like using strings on a guitar or the keys on a piano. These analog synths, all their inputs, all the dials and sliders can be used musically. And so once you learn how these synthesizers work, the control surfaces allow you to do what you see with DJs when they're scratching or hitting all the buttons on their DJ rigs. Modular synths offer even more capability. And so I've been a big proponent, as I said, of hardware recording, or what we call expansive sound. Now, expansive sound is the merging of multiple genres. I am really a big rock fan, like bands like The Who, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, and The Doors, but also progressive rock. Bands like Pink Floyd, bands like Yes, Genesis, Tangerine Dream, and then jazz artists like Sun Ra, Miles Davis, John Coltrane. So this allows me to take in multiple genres into my my whole playbook, or my references, or people that I've been influenced by. And so I started as a musician as a clarinet player. So I try to bring a lot of wind or horn type of intonation into my sound. And sometimes you can hear, sax like breathing in my synthesizers. I try to bring that into my capabilities, like doing trills, doing horn-like flourishes in my music, which I think gives me a different sound than other people. I also try to bring like a synthesized guitar. I am a frustrated guitar player. Never could really get it to it, but I'm a keyboardist, so I've tried to take my love of guitar, take my love of bands like The Clash and The Who, and bring this really guttural punk aesthetic into electronic music. So a lot of times when people talk about electronic music today, they think of just EDM and DJs on CDJs jumping up and down and people just grooving to beats. I am more of a progressive, as I said, the kind of Pink Floyd tradition, the Parliament Funkadelic type of tradition of doing music that is, not short songs. Most of my songs go over 2 minutes. Most of them are like near the 10-minute mode. If you can see here, a lot of these songs hit like 9 minutes. The shortest one is 5 minutes. We like to do what I heard as a young child is, listening to the Beatles and Pink Floyd, concepts, song ideas that tell stories. Also, in terms of my sound, I use vocoders to create characters. And one of the things people might understand about the Ghost is like the lead singer is Josephine Electric, who is me, but she is a feminine character, a female character that I've created using Roland's vocoder technology. At first, we used the Roland JDXI and the vocoder built into that system. We started doing that because that was the first synthesizer we ever had that had a microphone. The first albums we ever did, Something Wicked, Indigo Menace, and Synesthesia, Sweet Neo Soul Surrender, all used the JDXI with its onboard microphone. We later moved up to a Sennheiser microphone, and now we're using a Studio Electronics microphone with a VT4 or VT3 vocal transformer, which are really awesome vocoders. Now Moog has come out with a $5,000 vocoder that is really a 16-channel. It's it's a 1970s beast. It's been reissued, and that's one thing we love about Moog is their reissues of these type of instruments, which we find very valuable in an age where everybody just uses an Apple computer and plugins. So in our stable of Moogs, we've got the Grandmother, which has a real spring reverb. It's got the CP3 mixer. It's like a classic modular mixer. It's got oscillators from the Mini Moog and the ability to do a lot of interesting synthesis. It's got a sample and hold circuit similar to the ARP 2600 and sample and hold type of sounds. You can hear that type of random voltage on a song like Who Are You by The Who or a Relay by The Who. That type of sound is something that, ARPs or Moogs are really synonymous with. And it's cool that Moog has brought that sample hold circuit into their stable. The latest Moog that we're very interested in is the Subharmonicon, which is a semi-modular synth in the Mother tradition. It's similar to the Mother 32 and the DFAM. It's the third in that line. It has the ability to do subharmonic processing of tones, and it does time intervals in subharmonic fashion, which goes back to a bunch of older synths in history. And we've talked about that before. And it was something that they had in their workshop at Moog Fest about 3 years ago, and now they finally released it. And it is a very interesting synthesizer. It's one of the cool things about Moogs is, the DFAM has an 8-step sequencer that's not MIDI. It's totally analog. You would say, well, most drum machines have 16 steps, 32 or 64. We have a BeatStep Pro that can do 64. So you say, why would you want something that only does 8 steps? And the Subharmonicon has two 4-step sequences. And he said, well, that 4 steps, how could I use that? It's the interesting thing with the ability to do the subharmonic or the subharmonic scale and all the interval capabilities of doing these different subharmonic scales at this like lower level of sequencing in terms of only having 4 steps and maybe only having 2 sequences that they can do 4 steps, is the idea of how the speed of these steps and how you can have them kind of trigger each other, run at different alternating speeds, and through the controlled voltage patch bays, you can take something that may appear to only have 8 steps or 4 steps and actually elongate it or randomize it so it actually is a lot longer or more complicated than you would have thought. And so it allows you to do very interesting time shifting and time alteration that it's not normal types of music. It gives your capabilities in a world where everybody's just looking at the BPM and Pro Tools and trying to make sure everything's in the same key and everything. Taking machines like this Harmonicon or the DFAM or the Mother 32 or the Grandmother allows you to bring random expression and more personalized sound design that not everybody's going to have. Because when you go and create these patches on these analog synths, they are point in time, they're very expressive. It's more like an acoustic instrument, and that it's kind of what you feel at the moment. And if you're a musician that really enjoys being able to do something in the moment, where your head's at, where your musical, ideas are at point in time, and you like that feeling that you can do that, and it's not going to sound like anybody else, then that type of technology, the analog technology, is for you. If you're somebody that's got to be able to replicate something exactly every day, maybe you want to use a Kai Force or an MPC or a Novation or a CDJ because you got to replicate your sound exactly. And that there are places in music where you need to do that. The way I do it in my hardware workflow is if I want to have something done exactly as I did it, I use my Zoom R24, which is a 24-track recorder. And then I have 24 tracks. And when I go to play live, I mute and unmute tracks. And unlike a computer, the Zoom R24 is dead reliable. It's not based on a CPU. And it can replicate my track exactly as I wrote it. And then I can play with it. Now, it's not a computer per se, but it's like having a tape machine that you play with. And then if I route it into my MX1 performance mixer, I can actually take that signal path and then I could introduce it into an effect like a digital delay or a roller, which actually means I can actually put in breaks like a DJ that takes a record and does a cut. They can do that kind of stop. I can do that kind of stop even though I'm running the tape, a digital tape. I find, and I've performed in New York and Boston using this technique. On top of that, I have a sequencer in the BeatStep Pro from Arturia. Now, the Arturia BeatStep Pro is a really cool sequencer because it's a live performance sequencer. You can have multiple instruments tied into it. We have a JDXI analog hybrid digital synth tied into it on sequencer number 2. We've got the drum machine part of the JDXI tied into it. So it can run synthesizer lines and drum lines up to 64 steps chain patterned. And I can alter that chain pattern in real time as I play, which means I can introduce new beats live. And I can change projects live. And load time is instantaneous. So unlike an Akai Force, I don't have a long load time. I can jump right into another project right away. And so I can merge projects together like a DJ. But I have more control over what's going on because then I can go into the synthesizers that it's actually running the sequences from and change them in real time by playing with the filters and the cutoff and the envelopes and all those things. Bottom line is it gives me a lot of control over the musicality of my hardware synths. And it's not limited to just some kind of computer screen. I have physical knobs, dials, and sliders that I can use in a musical way. And if you've ever seen my Instagram videos, you can see that that's what I do as a musician. And you can see Eurorack experimental musicians that use hardware synths, keyboardists. synthesizers in the tradition of like Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Tangerine Dream, Bernie Worrell. That's what we do. We play our synths. We don't just run them off a CDJ. And not that's not interesting. We have looked into grid-based systems. We've looked at the new groove boxes like the MC 101 and 707s from Roland, the Kai Force. The only problem we've had, looking at the Kai Force is the project loading time and the fact that it doesn't really have a song mode. The MC 707 looks like a better choice for us just because it seems to be able to have that kind of instantaneous load. And the other choice we're looking at really heavily is the Kai, not the Kai, but the BeatStep KeyStep Pro, which it has a couple cool features. It's a sequencer with a full keyboard, many keys, but it has the ability to sequence like everything. You can run USB, CV, MIDI. It can run 3 synthesizers or MIDI controlled instruments at once, plus a drum machine. Right now, we've got the BeatStep Pro. It can run 2 synthesizers and a drum machine. So be able to do 3 and a drum machine is a bigger, and the sequences are polyphonic, and you can save scenes, and you can save projects, and it has that instantaneous loading. So in terms of performance, if you're somebody who's using modular gear or analog gear, the KeyStep Pro gives you another MIDI keyboard to control things live, because you can mute and unmute, kind of what we're doing already with our Zoom. So in terms of performance, we can have projects loaded on our KeyStep Pro, just like the BeatStep Pro, and be able to merge projects or change them around however we feel. We can take a song exactly as we wrote it on our Zoom and maybe unmute the bass and play the bass line live, or unmute the lead and play the lead live, unmute the guitar, play the guitar live. We could even have the vocals as they were originally done, and then sing backing vocals over the main vocals. So the song structure is exactly the same, but maybe play the lead synth line live. So that gives us a lot of capability in terms of how we do what we call expansive sound. So we just wanted to kind of talk up that. And the music here kind of is an example of this process. So if you're interested, again, in working with us, and you like our sound and you want to have this sound added to your project, give us a ring on Anchor FM. Leave a voice memo with your Instagram username. You can contact us directly on Instagram at expansive_sound_experiments, expansive_sound_experiments. You can send us an email at PhantomElectricGhost@gmail.com. That's PhantomElectricGhost@gmail.com. And if you like what we're doing and you want to schedule an interview and you're a band or a creative or a company that wants to do influence marketing, contact us again at those places with your username from Instagram, and we'll talk about setting something up for you. We can do segments on our podcast, or we can actually do a full interview on our podcast. We can do influence marketing for you. So again, from the other standpoint, we do have PayPal Me links here, so you can contribute to the Ghost, and you can subscribe to the podcast and support the podcast at 99 cents, $4.99 or $9.99 a month. You can decide to stop whenever you want, and we'd appreciate it if you'd help us out. We do have sponsors, but in this COVID crisis, it would be helpful if we had some support in that way. So thank you very much for listening. This is PhantomElectricGhost signing off.
I know I'm on the other side of the mood. I know I'm on the other side of that dude. I know I'm on the other side of the mood. I know I'm being all consumed by the girl inside that dude. I know I'm on the other side of that dude. Like the other side of the moon. I know I'm not quite as dark as you, but still by my own self I'm consumed. Fly over that blues. A midnight in that tomb. meme inside me is you. No, I'm not into hatred, but you can go fuck Dylan Roof. I know you get it on with that dude. All that hate, that concern, all end up putting on your roof. You know that meme is inside you, inside you. You know that meme ain't the truth. Go fuck Dylan Roof. But you can go fuck Dylan Roof. You know that hate is inside me, is inside you. You can go fuck Dylan Roof.
Inside this, torrid, or two, tonight, inside this, the heart trapped, the truth. Remember, I'm not blue. Certainly it's not because of you. If ever I've denied the truth, it's because of a girl like you. Tonight is inside this torrid. Are we two? Tonight is inside this. The kiss, it is the truth. Yeah, if ever I'm not blue, I'm not cause of a beauty like you. Yeah, ever I did do cause of the girl inside you. Brown skin, locket, sepia hair. Brown skin, oh, I want her there. Brown skin. skin. Oh, I did stare. Brown skin. I do her bare. Waiting for her like a message never sent. Waiting for her like a train paid a rent. I'm waiting for her and all my past is spent. Waiting for her and I did a come again. I'm not blue. It's not because you weren't new. Ever I was untrue. I was just trying to do that dude. Trying to do that dude. That denied it, inside it. Torrid or are we too? Wrapped up in a color blue. Wrapped up in a side girl like you. Ever I'm not blue. Ever. Cause I'm to the balls up with you. I'm not blue. It's all cause that girl inside that dude. Inside that dude. Inside that dude. Brown skin, bare. Photograph, I didn't stare. And I didn't take much care. Special pulling on her hair. I want her without there. I want her without a care. I'm in a dress with no underwear. I didn't do her bare. I didn't do her bare. Long to be the down pillow on her head. Long to be a wool blanket wrapped around her legs. I want her without her underwear. I want her totally bare. Totally bare. Pardon me if I cry. I just lost the love of my life. Taking it my advice. Nothing's ventured unless you try. Nothing's entered in do or die. Looking so beautiful brown eyes. I wanna come on her tonight. Think about a girl with alien eyes. Red legs and thighs. Cardigan green I did tonight. That songbook songwrite on flight. Songbook flying on high. Do it even if she is a guy. Is a guy. Apparitional love. Like get fucked up on that drug. Apparitional love. Just want another nut to bust. Tangible, ethereal, fuck. Apparitional love. Just another tangible fuck. Apparitional love. Just ethereal fuck. Apparitional love. Is it time enough? Apparitional love. Just intangible fuck. Apparitional love. Just another heroin drug. Another apparition of love. Just another tied up fuck. Apparition of love. Arc up in that flux. Apparition of love. Just another serial fuck. Apparition of love. Just another clapped out drug. Apparition of love. Another theory of fuck. Another theory of fuck. Apparition of love. Just a theory of fuck. Apparition of love. Just a theory of fuck. Apparition of love. Just another fuck. 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 Just another lost love. Just another lost fuck. Just another lost love. Oh, yo, bust a nut. Not the Bible, lost love. And that dude, I bust a nut. But she loved that stuff. I bust a nut. And the girl do
Is your darling girl? a masochist hole, and you will crawl for your darling dog. And you will crawl. You were 6 feet small.